මැර කොටස් වහාම අත්අඩංගුවට අරගෙන පොලිස්පතිවරයා විසින් අධිකරණයට ඉදිරිපත් කළ යුතු වෙනවා.
නැවත වරක් අපි 83 88 ඒ භීෂණ යුගයට යන්න පුළුවන්.
එතුමාට මේ එල්ල කර ප්‍රහාරය එතුමාට පෞද්ගලිකව එල්ල කර එකක් නෙමෙයි.
Bringing you the very latest from across the nation and around the world, this is your Prime Time News Bulletin. I'm Shane Silva.
And I'm Sonali Vanigabaduke. We start off with a look at the headlines tonight.
Speaker informs Parliament that the Supreme Court had violated constitutional provisions by conveying its determination on the Divi Naguma Bill to the Secretary General of Parliament and not the Speaker. Telephone conversations to be analysed with regard to the attack on the Secretary of the Judicial Service Commission. And Sri Lanka Cricket says that no domestic investigation has been launched on Sri Lankan umpires who allegedly agreed to fix matches.
On to the news in detail. The 2013 Appropriation Bill was tabled in Parliament today. The Appropriation Bill provides an estimate of the government's expenditure and revenue for the coming year. President Mahinda Rajapaksa, in his capacity as the Minister of Finance, will read the budget report in Parliament on the 8th of next month. Meanwhile, Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa told Parliament today that the Supreme Court had violated constitutional provisions by conveying its determination on the Divi Naguma Bill to the Secretary General of Parliament and not the Speaker. Making a special statement, Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa requested the Supreme Court to be mindful of citizens' rights and parliamentary powers.
The determination of the Supreme Court of a bill titled Divi Naguma contains a disturbing feature where functions attributed to the Speaker by the Constitution have been assigned to the Secretary General of Parliament. This, in my understanding, is inconsistent with the provisions of Article 121(1) of the Constitution relating to the office of the Speaker, and also amounts to an amendment of the relevant provisions of the Constitution. As the people's representatives, the legislature is bound to act in the interest of the people and safeguard especially the interests of the citizen who challenges a bill in the Supreme Court, and to permit him to enjoy the rights provided by the Constitution in making certain that parliamentary proceedings are halted by the judiciary deliberates. If the Secretary General of Parliament is to be substitute for the Speaker, the Constitution will have to be amended accordingly, which is a matter for the legislature. I am emphatic in my mind, having studied the matter carefully, that the Supreme Court in the present determination has erred in reading the unambiguous provisions relating to the Speaker in the Constitution, which, if allowed to remain in its present form, will cause irreparable impairment to procedure and practice of Parliament. It is lethal deficiency that requires a simple cure, no more. Article 121(1) of the Constitution states that where the petition of a citizen is addressed to the Supreme Court, a copy thereof shall at the same time be delivered to the Speaker. It is necessary as well to rectify a bona fide error made by the Supreme Court. There appears to be some confusion relating to the parties in the determination, and it is desirable to have the record placed in its proper perspective. I make a decision on this 9th day of October 2012. that in terms of Article 121(1) of the Constitution, a copy of a reference made by the President or petition by a citizen to the Supreme Court shall at the same time be delivered to the Speaker and not to the Secretary General of Parliament. Such a delivery to the Secretary General of Parliament shall not be treated by Parliament as due compliance with the terms of Article 121(1) of the Constitution.
Now, Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa also informed Parliament today that the President had informed him that the approval of all provincial councils had been obtained for the Divi Naguma Bill.
I wish to inform this House that His Excellency the President has informed me that all provincial governors have notified him that all the provincial councils have granted their approval for the Divi Naguma Bill, which was referred to them by the President under Clause 154(u)(3) of the Constitution.
සෑම ආණ්ඩුකාරවරයෙකු විසින්ම අතිගරු ජනතපාට දන්වා තිබෙන බව එතුමා විසින් මා වෙත දන්වා ඇති බව මෙම සභාවට දැනුම් දීමට කැමැත්තෙමි.
The Divi Naguma Bill was tabled in Parliament this afternoon. The bill was tabled in Parliament by Minister Basil Rajapaksa.
පනත මගින් පිහිටුවන ලද ශ්‍රී ලංකා සමෘද්ධි අධිකාරිය 1996 අංක 18 දරන පනත මගින් පිහිටුවන ලද ශ්‍රී ලංකා.
Meanwhile, the petition filed by TNA parliamentarian Mave Senaviraja in the Court of Appeal challenging the Governor of the Northern Province signing on behalf of the Northern Provincial Council approving the Divi Naguma Bill was referred to the Supreme Court on the 4th of this month.
In our developing story tonight, the Treasury Secretary Dr. P.B. Jayasundara informed the Federation of University Teachers Association that the government will give due consideration to address remuneration-related concerns expressed by FUTA within a 5-year medium-term framework commencing from the 2013 budget. Dr. Jayasundara says in a letter addressed to FUTA President Dr. Nirmal Ranjit Devasiri that the framework could be worked out jointly by the relevant government agencies, particularly with the active participation of the Ministry of Finance and Planning and FUTA.
On receiving the Treasury Secretary's letter, the Federation of University Teachers Association held an executive committee meeting at the Open University this evening. FUTA said that the letter was discussed at length at this meeting.
We decided to take this document together with the joint press statement, so that that will be we will get most probably this evening, that will be released at the end of the trade union action to our membership. And then membership has to take a decision on the basis of those two documents, whether we are going to call off the trade union action or not. The decision by the individual sister unions attached to affiliated to the Federation of University Teachers Association will be taken again to the executive committee, which will meet on Thursday morning, where the final decision will be taken on the trade union action. So that is what was decided.
While FUTA has been on strike for over 3 months, a decisive meeting was held with Minister Basil Rajapaksa over the weekend with a view to resolving the matter and ending the strike. Following agreements reached at this meeting, FUTA held discussions with the Treasury Secretary yesterday, and today's letter was a sequel to it.
At this moment of time, all academics are concerned with one voice, with one heart, with one mind, that the government will commit itself to the UNESCO benchmark on education, which is 6% of the GDP, which is the minimum allocation that a civilized government should commit itself to. We hear that the government's allocation for next year is even lesser than 1.8%. That is a shame. We shall not give up the struggle. With regard to salary matters, well, the government has presented to us a document. We have discussed it today at the Central Committee. We will take it to the sister unions from Jaffna University to Ruhuna University and let the members express their views, and by day after tomorrow we shall be able to come into a consensus as to what we should do.
In other local stories, the police say that investigations have been launched into telephone conversations with regard to the attack on the Secretary of the Judicial Services Commission, Manjula Tilakaratne. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said that attention has been focused on a telephone call received by Manjula Tilakaratne from a judge at the time of the attack.
The Colombo Crimes Division is conducting investigations. Yesterday, another important statement was recorded. We were able to obtain more information based on the statement made by a judge who was on the phone with him at that time. In addition, we are receiving reports of the analyzed telephone conversations. We hope to analyze all the phone calls made in the vicinity at the time of the incident. The Secretary of the Judicial Service Commission, Manjula Tilakaratne, was attacked down Hotel Road in Mount Lavinia on Sunday. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana noted that security personnel had been provided to the Secretary of the Judicial Service Commission. He, however, added that as Sunday was a holiday, no officer was present with the Secretary on that day. We inquired from the police media spokesperson as to whether another security officer could not be provided on such days. If an individual deployed to provide security has taken an off day, and if a request is made to provide a replacement for that day or the weekend for that matter, we would provide it. It is standard procedure.
Police attack of the Secretary of JSC, and this is we are vehemently condemn this matter, and police have paramount duty to investigate properly. Because if they have any problem, they have to go to the court, and they have to get the assistance from the lawyers. Then, so police have investigated properly and arrest the people and police the court.